I was late because I have a fight scheduled at the flagpole after school and wanted to be held back so I don't have to do the fight. So I appreciate it.
Right. Right.
Yep.
Makes sense.
That's
Yep.
exactly what happened.
Who are you going to fight and why?
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't remember a single time in my entire school when I ever
Schooltum?
had that happen. I don't know. What should I say? Time in school? Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
I should have said that.
School career.
In my whole time in school where that happened, like I got in fights, but it was always very spur of the moment. It was like, I hate you and I hate you. And then we just like start fighting in the halls or something.
Right. It was never like planned for after school, being like,
No.
I hate you, but not enough to not be rational about this and do it after school. Let's organize something.
Yeah. And it was always very much something that if we'd actually had a few hours to think about it, we wouldn't have fought because it didn't matter.
Right.
I'm trying so hard to remember this one fight that I had in 7th grade. It was a guy I was really good friends with, honestly. I don't remember what we were so mad at each other about. But man, we were fighting. Teachers had to break it up. They were super mad at us. It was great. But like thinking back, I can't remember a single time that I know what the fight was about. So let that be a lesson to you, people. Fights are dumb.
I nearly got suspended. Well, a teacher threatened me with suspension because I left the class to break up a fight.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Can't leave
Yeah,
class,
which-
Omicron. Class is the most
Why not?
important
She
thing
can.
ever.
She couldn't have broken up the fight. Like, it's like the school had a very like policy of the teachers aren't allowed to touch the students physically.
Yeah, very true.
And it's like, okay, these students are like grappling each other and throwing themselves along the concrete. Do you want me to grab them? Like,
I mean, did you ask?
No, me and some other dudes ran out of the class to go and stop them.
Yeah.
And broke up the fight.
Yep. I don't know.
Because she had already left. Like, we were sitting in the room by ourselves. It's like, okay, she left to go and try and ask them politely to stop. It's like, no.
Did
How
you
about
at
we
least
just
give
do
that a
something that
chance?
worked? No, because we knew these people. They hated each other fiercely. It wasn't the first time they fought.
So you just knew it wasn't going to work.
Yeah, like, it was the perfect combination of this teacher isn't respected by the students, and these students hate each other and that teacher.
Gotcha. So there was no way this was ever going to work. Fair enough.
No.
Yeah.
Not even remotely.
All right. Then you got
And then, so she...
threatened with suspension.
Yes, because she then passed, like, that threat onto the deputy principal,
Uh-huh.
and the deputy took, like, one look at the situation and was just like, yeah, no, that makes sense. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I really think I have thoughts about power. I think we've talked about them on the podcast before.
Mm-hmm.
Just seriously, it's either a factor of people who like to abuse power find themselves in positions of power and then abuse it.
Mm-hmm.
I also think you put a normal person in a position of power and give it enough time, they'll start abusing it.
Right.
It's rough. Power is attractive. It's really nice to wield for most people. And if they have the opportunity to do so, they will, even if it's the wrong thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
Sure.
explains a lot of stuff that happens in the world, but good times. So did you ever get in a fight, or you were the peacemaker?
Peacemaker. No, I neither. Like, people tried to fight me several times. I just wasn't interested.
Okay, makes sense.
Right? Like, there was a couple that were like, I'm gonna bash you after school.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I catch the same train as you home, so you'll know where I'll be. And I just, like, they'd be waiting for me in, like, a parking lot halfway there, and I'd just be like, hey, and walk past. And then they'd try and stop me, and I'm like, no, I've got to go catch a train. And then they'd walk after me, and then before we knew it, we were at the train station.
So they basically
Like,
give up.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, my general apathy for the entire thing seemed to dissuade them from even trying.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're pretty tall too.
I'm a little over 6 foot.
Okay. But at the time, like when you were in school, were you taller than the other kids?
No, I mean, average height.
Average. Okay.
Yeah, still
think-
average height.
I think that works better if you're not short.
Well, I mean, some of the people, like, some of the more, like, actively aggressive people that I went to school with were the shortest people because they had to, you know, because they were short, they were, like, looked down on.
Yeah.
So they had to make up for it with aggression.
Totally. For sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Make up for it in other ways, which is apparently fighting people. All right.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't go to a very good high school.
No, I mean, I don't know. What do they call it? Short man syndrome?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, there is a bit of that. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I did not go to a very good high school. It was a lot of like low income families that had problems and stuff that sent their kids there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, my high school was the biggest one in the state at the time. And, yeah, I mean, not super well off socioeconomically. Not super poor either, but just kind of average, I'd say.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I feel like a very average person where I live. Average height, brown hair, brown eyes, average high school, average grades. Like, just a lot about me is average. So that's been the experience. Now I have a really successful YouTube channel.
Well, you and averagely successful.
I know,
you're
right?
Not PewDiePie.
Average success. That's a good question. I wonder if like Social Blade has a way to see what does the average YouTube channel, what's their subscriber count, right?
That's a good question.
Because there's average and there's median. Because like average, I think it's dragged up a lot by the top channels. Whereas median might be a fairer number to look at in the situations like this. I don't know.
Maybe.
I guess it's just how much of an outlier is PewDiePie and T-Series, right? Are they crazy ahead of everybody else, or are there other people who are pretty close and just not there, right?
Right.
I'm gonna go to Social
top.
Blade.
I'm on it, and I'm like top 50 YouTubers, and I'm like, PewDiePie is not in the top 10 anymore. That doesn't make sense. And then I realized, oh, it's top 50 influential YouTube channels.
What does that mean?
Exactly.
That's stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah, look at that. You go to top 50 YouTubers, and it takes you immediate to influential YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
sort by subscribers, and then it's
What is that? What does influential mean? This is so stupid.
Yeah.
So sorted by subscribers,
PewDiePie.
it still says T-Series and no PewDiePie. Oh, there he is. He's
Well,
third?
He's third.
What?
Yeah. He's behind YouTube Music because it's a default thing.
That doesn't even
It's
count. YouTube is cheating.
It's not. It's technically a channel, but it's like a channel run by them. So YouTube Movie, Gaming, and Sports also shouldn't count. So
No, totally not.
no.
They should just remove it from the list. Come on, Social Blade. You know better than that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Wow. I mean, boy. Let this be a lesson to you young people. Just because you start a campaign on social media doesn't mean that things are going to go your way. There was the whole, like, save PewDiePie, make him beat T-Series thing for a while. And then, boy, did that not work out. T-Series is up 11 million subs.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. When that thing started, PewDiePie was still only around, like, 70.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a campaign that got him 40 million subscribers.
That's true.
All right. And which he eventually had to ask people to stop. And,
What?
And
He
then,
did?
yeah, because there were, like, racist connotations and stuff like that going around with, like, the subscribe to PewDiePie meme, right?
Oh, my gosh.
And he eventually was asking people to stop.
They get co-opted by
then-
racists. Why does everything get co-opted by racists? Mm-hmm.
I have no clue. And then they just kind of like, well, like, all right, T-Series can be the #1 YouTube channel, but I'm still the #1 individual creator by like a mile.
Yeah, exactly. By a mile. Dang, Justin Bieber's 12th.
Yeah.
I am shocked he's still up there.
I don't even think music channels should count as well.
Oh, interesting. Why is that?
Well, because they're not really YouTubers, are they? They're just musicians, all right? It's like you can either have a ranking on YouTube or on the music charts. Pick one.
Okay. I mean, the other question is, are they just putting music videos up there that you can get other place? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I guess you can't.
I feel
anymore.
like, I mean, surely there are some TV shows that still play music videos, right?
Does
I don't know.
VH1 still exist?
I don't know. Does Rage still exist?
VH1 and MTV still exist, but I think they just pretty much do reality TV at this point.
Right.
Which
But
is
music still gets released elsewhere, right? It's
sort of. I really think everything just goes to YouTube first, and then we go from there.
No, music goes to iTunes first, and then if it gets a video, it goes to YouTube.
Right,
There are
right.
music that don't have music videos.
Right.
They got to
I
release
was-
somewhere.
Yeah. I was just thinking YouTube or music videos. Yeah, you're right. You know what's interesting is he's top 12 for subscriber count, but his view
Who?
count is substantially lower compared to the other people in like the top 15 or 20.
Who? Beavers? Or
Yeah,
PewDiePie?
Bieber.
Who are we talking?
It's like 83 billion views for T-Series, 23 billion views for PewDiePie, and then it's in like the tens of billions all the way down, and you get to Justin Bieber, it's like 630 million. So it's like substantially lower.
I mean, interestingly enough, I think there might be an explanation for that, which is how many videos does he have?
Right. He's not posting something every day or several times a week. It's like once or 3 times a year.
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's see, how many videos does this guy have? He has 11.
There's 11 videos on his channel. I take it back. That's amazing. His average view per video might be the highest on all of YouTube then.
Oh, no, hold on.
Okay.
It showed me, like, there was a tiny little button that said, I just counted them, but then there was a tiny little button that said, show all.
Yeah.
So, I have no idea, because the list is much bigger, but a lot of them don't have, actually, this is something Social Blade should show me, doesn't it?
It says 134 here.
Then that's probably what it is.
Yeah. 134 uploads compared to T-Series 13,800 and PewDiePie's 4,000.
Yes. Yeah. So, views per video, like, he's probably doing just as fine.
He might totally win, like, all of the things if that's the case. I take it back. Nice job, Beebs.
Yeah, well done.
Mm-hmm.
You need more. Congratulations, dude.
Sure does.
Yeah.
Like, Ed Sheeran is 16. But he's got 18 billion views. Like, how many videos does he have? Click. 154. Maybe he wins. He has about the same number of uploads as Bieber does, within 20, but he's got way more views. I take it back. Sheeran is the new leader of all time. Done.
Yeah. I just did some rough numbers, but if you were to give Justin Bieber the same amount of videos as T-Series has, he would still only have around 65 billion views. So it'd still be short 20 billion.
Okay.
Only 20 billion.
Yeah. Man, these numbers are big. We're talking here.
Yeah. Where do you fall on this list? Surely you're top 5,000.
Oh. No, I don't think I am.
No.
Where do I rank?
Yeah, no.
Ranked. Social Blade rank 154,000.
154,000. Oof.
How many total YouTube channels are there?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, then you have to be like, how many are active versus how many are just dead. This is hard to measure. I don't like it.
Well, I mean, a dead account that isn't posting is still an account. Right?
It is,
and if
but I don't think it counts. Like, I'm not competing against people that uploaded a video back in 2007 and never uploaded another one again, right?
Why not? They still have the same amount of views as they, like, we're looking at lifetime achievement. That's total views, total number of uploads. You surely fall somewhere in there. You're not bigger than a dead account just because you keep posting, right?
Fair.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, you lost subscribers on Monday.
Huh?
You lost subscribers on Monday.
Yeah.
You lost 34 subscribers.
I believe it. I never check that.
Well, but just to put it for, like, comparison, every other day you're pretty much always gaining subscribers.
Yeah. I think every once in a while YouTube comes around and says, if you haven't watched a video on this channel in a while, we're just going to knock it off your subs.
Maybe. It's never done anything for that for me. But, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, to my channel. Even though there's channels that I see the upload and I just go, I really can't be bothered today. And then I never watch it.
Social Blade says they have predictions, and they say I'm going to hit 40,000 subs in November.
November. I'd believe it.
And then they say I'm going to get 100,000 subs in, like, 2026. Seems fair.
Interesting. Interesting. It also suggests you make anywhere between $2.7 thousand a year to $43,000.
That's my favorite part of Social Blade. It's like, either you're making nothing or you're making a decent amount, but we don't know.
Yeah. Either you're making almost nothing or you're making somewhere above minimum wage.
Right. Somewhere in there. Figure it out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like 154,000 is top half of all YouTube accounts?
I mean,
I need a thing here.
okay, is this a
many-
thing we can just Google?
Good idea. How many
Or the
YouTube
Google portion.
accounts are there?
5 billion users.
But that's users. That's
Right.
watchers, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, each of them have an account. Each of them have the ability to upload.
Doesn't. No. Boo.
Well, no. This puts you at 4.9 billion above them. Like,
I'm like
you're
the
above
top
all those people.
0.0001%, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
Standing a few feet.
this is hard to search because it just looks at YouTube users, not how many. Hang on, how many YouTube channels are there?
That's a good question.
23
23
million YouTube channels according to Tubix.com.
Hmm.
So 150,000 is way up there. Way up there
Yeah.
in 23 million. What's the percentage?
Less impressive than 4 billion.
It's way less impressive than 4 billion. You're good at maths. What is the math equation for 150,000 out of 23 million to figure out my percentage?
I'm good at math, so why did that happen?
I don't know. You're better than I am.
Don't know. You're the one with the YouTube channel.
Eventually, Ted will listen to this and he'll let us know.
Maybe.
Maybe. I haven't had feedback from Ted for a while. He did stop by the Twitch channel the other day, though.
Interesting.
And he started speaking in Spanish, like right off the bat.
Oh.
Just nothing but Spanish for his first 3 comments. And I was like, I didn't know that he knew Spanish. And then he was like, that's all I got. That's all of the Spanish that I have.
That's interesting.
Trying to do maths. It's not going very well.
No.
Uh, so, okay, I think I got it. So if you take 230, or 23 million rather, and divide it by 150,000, you get a
13.
0.006 number. So I think I'm top 0.006 of all YouTube channels.
I'm not sure that's how it works, but okay.
Totally how that works. Give me this. So I don't have an averagely successful YouTube channel. I have an elite successful YouTube channel.
I would say you have a grade B on Social Blade YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think
Whatever
B is
that
good.
means.
So C would be average. B is better than average. Perfect.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's great.
Acceptable. What's weird though is that my sub number keeps going up, but like my average views per video doesn't really go with it.
Change?
Yeah.
No.
It's like I was
sorry, I'm
getting
looking
these numbers like 2-3 years ago for average view count.
When
like-
the subscribers like tripled since then.
Yeah, like people keep subbing, but
Nobody keeps watching.
Nobody keeps watching. I don't know what it is. I did have somebody stop by today and be like, "Hey, Ben House has watched some of your StarCraft. I'm glad you're still going." It's like, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Actually, how long
And
I
I
can search? When's the last time he?
opened
commented?
up.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I opened up the live view tracker on exactly 38,300.
Are you looking? Oh, like for subs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sub tracker, live sub tracker.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Where do I fall in this? That's the real interesting
It
question.
is. Okay, so the last time this guy commented on my channel was 11 months ago. So the first time he commented it was 3 years ago, and then 11 months ago, and then today.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So he stops by every couple of years or so. It's nice of him.
can't wait to see you in 2022, mate.
I know, right? I should comment that. See you in 2022.
All right, take a guess on what my ranking is on YouTube, on Social Blade.
Like your letter grade or your rank?
my rank in a number.
I have no idea. I don't know what the graph looks like, right? Like how it's distributed. Where is the middle? Well, I guess the middle. Oh,
Right around where you are.
So the middle's right where I am.
Yeah, you're the bell curve. No, actually, I don't know.
No,
I really
'cause
don't
I'm
know.
B. I don't know, man. What's your number?
18,292,936.
Okay. So there's 23 million total YouTube channels, and you're 18 millionth ranked.
Yeah, I'm above 5 million. I'll take that.
Yeah. Congrats.
I feel like that's an impressive accomplishment. I earn anywhere between 1 cent and 23 cents each month.
Nice. 23 cents.
Mm-hmm. Yep. My account is not like it's not doesn't have monetization turned on because I don't have enough subs, so I don't earn anything.
Right. Makes sense.
I feel like they should really include that on here, where it's like doesn't meet requirements for money, so
Therefore, does not count.
I can't earn that $3 a year.
Right. So let's see. It says my daily averages for how much income I get is anywhere from $6 to $90 a day. Which, I figured that out. What is my amount per day? So it's interesting. I'm looking at this too. So when I say I only get like, I don't know, 3,000 to 5,000 views per video. True. But my average views per day is not bad comparatively.
No.
Like on the 3rd of September, I got 25,000 views in one day. So what that is as my catalog gets bigger, people are going back and watching my older stuff. And especially where Brood War hasn't had a balance patch in 20 years, it doesn't matter. They're not watching the old balance patch. Where with StarCraft 2, yeah, you go watch something from 3 years ago, it's a different game.
Didn't Remastered like fix some bugs or something though? Wouldn't that technically be counted as a patch of some sort?
No, they didn't fix anything. They didn't fix pathing issues. They didn't fix weird glitches that existed. All they did was skin it. If they changed anything, you would have heard it from the hardcore Brood War fans. They would have been really mad.
Yeah. There would have been thousands of Korean posts on Reddit.
Yeah. Would have been nuts. So anyway, yeah, I really do feel like even though my view counts on a particular day aren't going up, I think including as much Brood War as I have been over the last little while has kind of helped with my average video views.
Right, yeah. That makes sense. I mean, you're almost getting 250,000 views a month, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And yeah, as we've talked about before, the most watched videos on my channel are 98% Brood War. Yeah. So...
yeah.
I don't know. And people have said to me, Falcon, you should just do Brood War. Just abandon that StarCraft 2 garbage. And I was like, I can't. They're like my children's. I have to love them both. And I do. I can't abandon StarCraft 2. I like it too much.
Wait.
It's too fun.
Both? But you have 3 kids, though, both? Don't you mean all of them?
I want to talk about StarCrafts. There's only 2.
I don't know. StarCraft Ghosts.
The one that was dead? One that died in
Still
utero
left.
very tragically. Yeah, that one.
I don't
Stillborn.
know. StarCraft 64.
StarCraft 64 is just Brood War, man. Actually, is it? Because there are enough changes to the thing where I don't know if it counts as Brood War.
I think it counts like I don't think it's Brood War because it was, like it would have just been stock. It's like Brood War was an expansion, so it would have been like whatever vanilla StarCraft is.
No. StarCraft 64 doesn't include Brood War? No way. To the internet.
I don't know. I'm just.
It was
saying,
released a year and a half after Brood War, so yes, it has both.
But
it contains
does it
both
have
the
Brood
original
War?
game and the expansion set.
Okay.
Reading right now. Yeah, I was gonna say if it was only StarCraft 1, I would have heard about that. I think. Yeah, so it's got Brood War. It also has the bonus mission Dark Origin.
Ooh.
Also playing.
So it is different.
A little bit. Also playing Brood War required the Nintendo 64 4MB expansion pack. So like you couldn't even play the full game without a expansion pack. That's amazing.
Yeah. I dare you to try and find a game from that. Like, obviously, there's no way to export the replay, but get your hands on a 64 and then cast a game.
I don't even. Ridiculous. I mean, they didn't make it as hard as it could have been. Like the workers auto rally to the minerals when they're built, which is amazing.
Oh, okay.
And basically, buttons are multi-contextual. So you press a button and it brings up a menu, and based on that menu, the same button can do a different thing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
I understand.
Whereas with StarCraft now, you press B to build something, and then a different key to build something, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that helps. There's little things in there.
Okay.
Also, what does it say here? Selecting the tech button on the menu would perform a similar action. Selecting the nearest idle tech structure of a certain type to research something. That's amazing.
Okay. Idle tech. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're like looking at the engineering bay, it would automatically know you're trying to do infantry upgrades. That's amazing. That's stuff that would be like really help quality of life for Brood War that will never happen because Brood War fans don't want quality of life. But dang, I had no idea there were that many differences. Cool stuff.
Yep.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Cool stuff. Well, should we look at accountability for StarCraft 2 betting?
Nah.
No.
No, I don't think it's needed.
I was just listening to the podcast from last week, and we were talking about who's going to get through the quarterfinals. Huh?
You listen to those?
Yeah, I do.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Just like the sound of yourself talking. Okay, I get it.
I
It's all
just
good.
making sure that you didn't make any edits to make me look stupid, because that's possible. Possible.
109 episodes, and you don't trust me not to make you look stupid.
You're just waiting. You're waiting for me to stop reviewing it, and then something's going to happen.
I mean, here's the thing. When we started this over 2 years ago at this point, I said, hey, do you want to listen to this before I push it live just to make sure you're okay? And you're like, no, it's fine. Like, if you look stupid, by the time you hear it, everyone else has heard it as well.
Good point.
Right? Like, if you want it before I push it live, I can do that.
No, it's cool. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Everything's cool. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. So as far as the quarterfinals are concerned, I believe I bested you quite heavily there.
Something like that.
And then we went to the semifinals. We talked about that. And we got Dark, Rogue, Trap, and Maru. I very graciously said, let's take 2 players each. And then over the course of the conversation, I believe your direct quotation was, I have such faith in Maru, I'm just going to take Maru.
No, I think if you go back and listen there, is you said you wanted all 3. And I said, fine, you can have all 3.
That's not what happened. You offered
It's not what happened, but that's what the tape says. That's not how the conversation went, but that's how the tape plays it.
I just listened to it actually this afternoon, and it's definitely not what happened, or even what the tape says. So anyway, once again, Somicron put his faith in the best Terran player of all time, Maru. He's won all the GSLs. He's just going up against Trap. Trap who 3-0'd Keen the previous round, but Keen is no Maru. Come on.
Keen also gone to military service now.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't even focused. It's too easy for Trap. Too easy. It's going to be much harder against Maru. And we were actually watching the stream at the same time.
Yeah, and then after the third game, when I kind of, looked into the future and saw where things were headed, the inevitable train tracks of inevitability, I decided to go to bed.
Smart. It was late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was 4 in the afternoon, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't late. It was late where you were.
Exactly.
But yeah, I woke up and I'm like, all right, what are the results? Knew it.
And for those of you who are unaware, it was a 4-1 victory for Trap. After dropping game 1, I believe, Trap dropped game 1.
Yep, Maru took the first map.
He did,
and then
it was kind of a weird game. Trap didn't respond to a bunch of probes getting attacked. It was very strange.
Yeah. He saw the attack move out. He saw Maru move out with his tiny little attack of Marine Marauders and stuff.
Yeah.
But he put most of his defenses at his third, and then because of the map, Maru just walked right past it and up his natural and killed 20 probes.
Yes.
Right? He just got lucky that Trap defended the wrong base.
Right, but how often do you see that at this level?
Not very.
Not very.
Statistically, it's got to happen at some point. And if this is the one time it happens this year, then that's how often we see it.
Okay.
Right? Right? It's like all possible outcomes have a probability of happening, and repeat the results enough times, eventually you'll see it all.
Right. Statistically.
And statistically, we don't see pro players defend the wrong base and like throw the entire game all that often, but it happened.
It did. It did happen, and Mara was looking pretty good. Samacron asked me in general chat, which moves so fast, but anyway, what I thought about it, and I was like, I don't know. This kind of looks like Maru. He's looking good here. I'm not sure that Trap is looking off his game or anything, and then it was just Protoss win, Protoss win, Protoss win, Protoss win. And there were no more Terran wins to be had.
No.
Not even one.
Not in this GSL.
Not in this GSL.
No.
So it's going to be a best of 7 finals between Rogue and Trap, which is going to be a lot of fun. I love my ZVPs so very, very much. It's going to happen on September 28th, or perhaps 29th if you're a time traveler.
Sure.
One of those days. But yeah, I believe what we did is we made a bet based on the semifinal results, wherein again, Samacron had a lot of confidence in Maru. And it was that he was going to sing a song of my choosing. So we talked about it in the Discord a little bit. There is a link to the Discord probably in the show notes. I don't know. Just search Falcon Paladin Discord. You'll find it. And Copenhagen DOS actually tossed out a Little Mermaid gif with Ursula, where she's all evil, and she's like, now sing to the Little Mermaid so that she can capture her voice, right? Because you've all seen this movie. I saw it last when I was probably 10, but it's been a while.
I don't think I've seen this movie.
You've never seen The Little Mermaid?
I have no recollection of seeing it.
Wow.
I might have, but I could not tell you what the plot is of The Little Mermaid.
It's very simple. Anyway.
I'm also not concerned with it.
No, obviously not. So I chose a song from The Little Mermaid because I was like, you know what? Little Mermaid's a classic. I'm really inspired by Copenhagen DOS's gift choice here. Let's go ahead and have Samacron sing one of these because we did, the last time around we did an Elsa song from Frozen. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, there's also just a trailer out for Frozen 2, by the way.
Is there really? I'm surprised we don't have a Frozen 2 already.
Yeah, like the new trailer came out. Like I've been seeing it trend on Twitter. I've not seen it myself.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I chose probably the most well-known song from The Little Mermaid. Thinking that maybe that would help Samacron have some familiarity with it, but no, that's not true at all, I bet. Because he's never seen it and all. Have you heard the song or part of the song previously? No, just completely foreign to you, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Going in blind.
Fantastic. So, traditionally we do this on the podcast because it's better that way. And I mean, technically we could wait to the end of the pod for you to do it, or you can just get it out of the way now. I'll leave that up to you.
I mean, traditionally I record this in the privacy of my own, not on the podcast, and then I'll attach it to the end.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
That's how I did it last time.
That's true. We can live with that.
Yeah.
So if you want to hear that, stick through the podcast, and at the end, you'll have a little treat.
At the end, it might be on this episode, it might be the next.
What? On the next?
It depends on whether or not I get alone time in the house, because I'm not doing it while there are other people here.
How often do you get alone time in the house? Over an entire week?
Well, it's usually like, I don't know, 16 hours? I don't know. Right, a lot of that is like right now recording a podcast, or later minutes. Today. But I have to go to D&D, or So there'll be time. It could be like depends on whether or not I want to put this podcast out. It is International Podcast Day, so
it is.
Is it not?
You're right. It is. You got to do it now. You got to put it at the end of this one for sure.
Well, I mean, does that mean I want this podcast to go out today? Because if it's today, I'm not doing it today. It'll be on the next one.
Definitely not. But we recorded it on International Podcast Day, and that's all that matters.
Okay. That's all that matters, all right.
100%. All right, good. So, the big question here, Samacron, is, should you stop?
Trap?
Should you stop betting on Maru? Just
never
stop. You're killing him, man. Stop. He's already dead.
Stop it. He's already dead.
Yeah.
Until Beyond gets back and Innovation wakes up from sleep mode, I don't have anyone else.
fair.
in the Korean scene.
It's a fair
Or
concern.
the Terran scene. Right?
I mean, TY does pretty much as well as Maru does over the last year or so, it feels like.
I mean, TY got 3-2'd by Dark. He didn't even make it to the semis.
He didn't. It's just one round. Come on. Dark,
Yeah, well-
Dark is better than Ragnarok. Maru got matched up against a weaker opponent.
True fact. But that one round surely has a difference in price pool, does it not?
I imagine it does. Not-
Damn.
Right, I said pretty much as good. I didn't say as good. It's just close, that's all.
Okay. Actually, I can't even find what the difference in price pool is here. That's great. Thanks, team. Good. Yeah, no, I'm gonna if Maru is an option, I think he's likely to take the win, or I think he's capable of it. I'm gonna continue to back Maru.
Okay, I said you're killing him, that's all. All right, well, any Maru fans out there, if you're wondering why he can't get it together, it's because Omicron keeps betting on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That correlation is not causation, but it's pretty damning.
It's not great. And it is eminently bad.
I mean, we still got the super tournament, so he could still do well there. You know,
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
sure, maybe. And I've been told that super tournament results don't really count.
Why?
Mostly because every time Protoss players complain they're underpowered, I point back to the super tournament from earlier this year where 8 of the 9 finalists were Protoss.
Right.
And then Protoss won as evidence that no Protoss really doesn't have a problem with balance right now. But what I've been told by Protoss fans is it doesn't count because it was a super tournament and it was over one weekend and yada, yada, yada. There's all these excuses. So
That's moronic.
it's not real GSL, man. And I was like, was it?
I mean,
it's GSL talent you're competing against, right? Well, yes, they said.
Well, I mean, BlizzCon is over a weekend. I guess Cyril isn't really the world champion.
Correct.
Right.
Right.
Because, yeah. Yeah.
I should ask that,
So-
actually. Let me go to the Discord and put that in there real quick.
What Discord is this?
4 days
Adam.
later. You're like, oh, yeah? Well, what about BlizzCon? Got him.
God.
Everybody's like, what are you talking about? Remember the conversation we had last week? Oh, yeah. I came up with... well, someone I was talking to came up with a response to what you were saying. That's super impressive.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Incredible, as in not credible.
Correct. Not credible.
But this, like, as I said last week, I've been giving some thought to the formalization of these rules.
Oh, yes. Correct.
So, the way this is going to work from now on
All right. Yeah, let's hear it.
is whoever, like, won the previous tournament, so in this case you will get first pick on whatever's in the next tournament. Like, Super Tournament's
Yes.
the next one.
We've unofficially
And
been
there are no-
doing that. Right.
Right. There are no, like, group stages, so you will instantly get the first pick of the round of 16.
Nice. That sounds great.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But if on playoffs, we only each get to pick one player and see how far they go in the tournament from the playoffs.
Okay. I like this because you're going to pick Maru and Maru's not going to win. It'll be great.
I mean, here's the thing. They haven't announced the round of 16. Like, they've got the players, but not who they're facing. So it's like Mario could get Ragnarok first, and then Impact. I think he could do that. And then next thing you know, he's in a semifinals up against Stats where he loses.
Kind of like he was in a semifinal this time around, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as long as he doesn't get Protoss, I'm confident he could win. Like, Cure, Dream, and Gumiho, I think he can all beat. Dark, Impact, Ragnarok, and Solar can all beat. Like, I think Mario can still easily beat them. Sue, right, he might lose to Sue, but unless it's the finals, because Sue always loses in the
No
finals.
way. Curse is broken, man. Sue's going to win all the things now.
Yeah, this season of GSL included. Sure. definitely isn't already eliminated there.
Definitely not. Nope. He's still.
Yeah, so that's basically the way that works. And okay, betting will only be done on playoffs, right? Because from the group stages, you get first pick, right? It's like a number of points. The way, like, okay, sorry, I skipped over something in my head. Group stages, we're gonna go group by group, and we'll still both pick either 2 players to move on or 2 players to lose. I'll let you bet on like the dark side, and that's just points. And whoever has the most winning, like correct points, gets to go first in the playoffs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So instead of saying I think Maru and Trap will get out of their group, you could say I think Solar and Ragnarok are gonna lose. Like I'll let you bet that side.
Okay.
Yeah. And then once all the group stages are done, whoever has the most correct predictions gets to pick first in the playoffs.
Gotcha.
But right.
Does
That make sense?
Yeah, sounds fine.
And then the final thing is when we make our predictions in the playoffs, or at the betting part of this, what you are betting has to be decided on then, not as sum of my choice later at some point. I have to know what I'm agreeing to in advance.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because you don't go to a bookie and say, I bet Maru to win, but I'll tell you how much later.
I mean, it's not like... I mean, I like how you phrased it in you not knowing what you're going to have to do because you're going to lose. So, yeah. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, deal. Let's write it down.
All right. So, those of you playing at home, those are the formal rules.
We'll put them on
Falcon
I
Owl
don't know,
and
Twitter
betting
or
scheme.
something. Twitter sounds fine. It's public.
Yeah. Go for it.
Deal. All right.
Yep.
So what do we want to do for this GSL then?
Well, this GSL or this GSL Super Tournament?
So
Totally.
the finals
This-
here, right?
Oh,
Do we wanna bet on
well,
the
I
finals?
mean... No.
Okay.
We can make, like... We can have, like, a friendly bet, but there's no point in... Like, I mean, I think Rogue's gonna win, personally.
Okay.
If you just want to discuss it, that's fine. But I'm not... No.
I mean, you only beat Zest by 1. It was a 3-2 series.
True.
I
You think Trap will win?
think Trap's better than Zest. You think so?
Maybe. I don't know. Like, Protoss players, I can never keep straight in my head on which ones are good and bad. It's like, okay, I know the stats and Classic, right? Like, I know they're, like, the 2 good Protosses, so I, like, Zest and Trap both fall in the same, like, roughly the same area for me, where I think they're just as good as each other. But if they're not stats and Classic, I really can't tell who's better than who.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fair.
Classic did not do well in his group stages, so maybe I should move him down.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you think Trap over Rogue?
I'm going to say Rogue, but I wouldn't be surprised if Trap won. Let's just say that.
Either player could take it.
Yeah, I think so. I would not be shocked
enough.
at either result.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Perfectly reasonable.
All right, deal.
Deal. Yeah.
Last of
All right.
Us 2.
You're excited for The Last of Us.
I am. Did you ever go back to it, or are you done?
No, I'm done.
Fair enough. How far did you get?
That gameplay. Remember the last time I told you where I was?
Yes.
I'm still there.
Fair. All right. It's all good. Could I convince you to just watch all the cutscenes from Last of Us, like on YouTube?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, do that.
All right.
Deal. Because the gameplay is honestly annoying at parts, for sure. There's this one part I remember playing like 18 times because I kept dying. It wasn't great.
That sounds not good.
Wasn't good.
No. Oh man, I got really annoyed at Gears of War 5. I beat the entire game solo by myself, not in co-op, on the second hardest difficulty.
Nice.
And then I was like, oh man, I didn't get the achievement. Why not? And I went back and I had to look through. It thinks I started the game on Act 2, Chapter 2.
What?
Yeah, it's like it just didn't track that I completed the first act and the second chapter of the second act. For no reason. It says I have not played them.
How? But how did you get to what?
I have no clue.
All right. Can you even like grab a save state from somebody else and put it on your PlayStation?
On my PC?
Oh, I thought you were playing on PlayStation. Never mind.
No. Gears of War
Okay.
5 is on PC.
Is it not a PlayStation game?
No, it's actually Microsoft exclusive. Well, it was. And now it's on Steam. I don't know what's going on.
Totally thought Gears of War was a console series. Holy crap.
Well, I mean, it was. Gears of War 4 was the first one on PC with the Microsoft Store. And then Gears 5, they were just like, Steam. And I was like, yes.
That's crazy. What other series starts out as a console or PC and then totally flips over the other way? That's nuts.
Well, I mean,
can't think of one.
It's not only on Steam, it is also on Xbox.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Right.
But not on PlayStation because
No,
Microsoft, right?
Because Microsoft. Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
I should email the marketing department for Gears of War or for Gears and be like, "Hey guys, you suck at your job because I didn't know where I could like for what platform your game was on at all."
Right. I saw 1,000 ads on Twitter
Me
for it
too.
on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
But
I just always see the one where I don't even know somebody in Gears of War like looks
like
up
a
and there's a huge monster.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's the what their new like cooperative game mode. It's called Escape, where a bunch of people willingly get captured by monsters so they can plant a bomb in its hive when it takes them back there.
Nice. Yeah, that's
That's how it starts every time. So the ads are probably based off the scene where it's actually really interesting, like a neat little cinematic bit where like you're in the menu, you're picking what character you want to play, and like they're starting skins and stuff. And then when the game readies, the like HUD just fades away. And then you hear the sound of the monster in the distance and the guy looking around. It's pretty cool. And then the monster comes up and just eats you.
awesome.
It's a cinematic transition from menu to gameplay.
Yeah. It's basically
Immediately
that.
followed. Yeah.
But like Hulu has that ad, and I've been watching a bunch of Hulu, so I've seen that ad 1,000 times, and then at no point, either they're not telling me it's an Xbox PC game, or it is completely just whooshing right over my head as I watch it. I don't know what either one's happening, but
well, I mean,
regardless, I'm not sure they're happy about that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Speaking of ads, I was on Instagram like a couple hours ago, and I saw an ad, and I couldn't. Have you heard of the site called Wish, where like
Yes,
you buy cheap shit for cheap?
Chinese stuff.
Right. That like the ad for it, you can like flip through, and it's like, hey, this is like $8 or whatever.
Yeah.
They were demonstrating a product that I have no idea what it is, and I think, well, I hope that you with kids might. I don't know.
Okay, what is it?
I'm sending the image. Oh, I just sent it to Duddles.
Don't explain it. Just let him see it.
Just let him see it? All right.
See what he does.
No, I'm so embarrassed.
What is going on? I don't... What? I don't know what's going on.
Do you think I should... Oh, Duddles is asking questions. What do I say?
I got nothing, man. I've got 3 kids, and I had no idea what to think.
He said we have 3 at work. They work great.
He knows what it is. Quick, tell him what. Quick, have him tell you what it is. Oh, Duddles is coming through. Thanks, Duddles.
I'm done. I mean,
It has eyes and a nose.
right? It looks like.
But no other facial features, so it's just got this blank, like haunted expression.
Yeah.
So what did Duddles say?
He hasn't said anything yet.
Duddles!
Come on.
I don't even... Alright, hold up. Can we do this? Open original. Search Google for similar images. And then Google will tell me what it is. Come on, Google. The first result is a reddit.com/WTFWish.
Okay.
So there's a whole subreddit dedicated to this stuff. To the concept that Wish sells weird stuff. Visually similar images. Yeah. So here's somebody on Twitter. The response are... It's a kid piss cup. Well, there we go.
Interesting. Okay.
My first catheter. I'm liking that tweet, and I saw Andrew on Twitter. I mean, part of the confusion is, like, the kid's pants are totally pulled up, but, like, you can't advertise it with a kid's pants down. I understand that.
Right.
But, like, holy crap.
Why did they give it a face?
I know! Why did they give it a... like a PTSD frog face as you're peeing into him.
Once again, I've asked Duddle something, and he is now offline.
You scared him away. Aw, Duddles, come back.
Nope. Now he's back. Now it says something. He says, "I have no idea what that is." Okay, he was lying.
Dang it. Tell him it's for kids to pee in. For, like, car trips, I guess?
Yeah, I guess. I have no idea.
Tell him the product name is My First Catheter. It's important.
Is My First Catheter. Here's where I don't know how to spell catheter.
It's spelled like it sounds.
Well,
How do you think it's spelled?
I don't want to say.
Oh, all right.
Okay, do me a favor, say it.
Catheter?
Yeah, the way you say it, it sounds like it's DER, which didn't make sense to me, because it's catheter.
Yeah, it is. So it's catheter. Yeah. Sorry.
Like Americans do this a bunch. Like, you say water instead of water.
Water. Yeah. Instead of water. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so Donald doesn't know what it is.
He does now.
Well, yeah, he does. He does now.
He's been educated. I just... Why put faces on them? Why?
I mean, honestly,
them, like nice colors is fine, but like pig face, come on.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either. I'm out. I'm out on this. I'm out on Wish. Does Wish get to your country faster than America? I bet it does.
I have no clue.
Seems like a shorter distance.
Oh, hold on. Where is it? Here it is. A package came for me the other day, which I at first did not remember ordering. And I think it was like 3 months ago, I saw a thing, like an ad on Wish that was like, hey, have a free titanium ring, just pay shipping. And it was like $2 for shipping. Because a ring weighs just about nothing.
Yeah. I mean...
So a ring turned up. But it was like 3 months shipping.
Okay, cool.
And it's also because you have no way to really do size it does not fit.
Oh. Fantastic.
Well, it fits on my pinky, but...
Have you... I don't think you're the kind of man to wear a pinky ring.
No, not quite.
It takes a certain kind of human being to do that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's amazing. So, cool. I mean, any of your housemates have smaller fingers?
Yes, but it's also not a good-looking ring. I don't remember picking that design. I don't think that's, what I would have wanted. Also, I have just been going through WCF Wish, like the Reddit,
Yeah.
and finding just weird shit.
There's some good stuff. Should sub to it.
I'm going to.
That's... Wow, there are different layers to this. Oh my god. It's 91% off. It's $6. And it's holographic. Wow. Because, like, the first thing you notice are the hands because they're terrifying. And then you're like, wait, why is it shaped like... Whoa. Why are there dicks on this? Amazing. I'm subbing now. It's time. It's time for some new blood in my Reddit account. That's great. My super secret Reddit account that nobody knows about.
Fanovazana?
That's it.
Yep. Words I can pronounce.
Easily pronounceable.
How
by
close
just
was I?
The average person. On the pronunciation, good.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's a good one. WTF Wish. Reddit, check it out.
Check it out. A seal of approval.
Yeah, no kidding. Man, so, man, we gotta go. But I want to talk about Mindhunter a little bit.
Sure, I haven't watched any more, but sure.
Okay, there is the ongoing theory that Holden Ford is a sociopath, and it just, man, every episode I'm like, add this to the list. Here's something else he's doing that makes me think that about him. So, yeah, like have you seen the episode? No, I don't think you have, but
I've seen an episode into season 2, I think.
Okay, so you haven't seen him break up with his girlfriend?
No, he has done that.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, all right,
well,
cool.
I mean, I think he's done it twice now because there was like
Oh,
a thing
yeah,
where
yeah.
she was like, I want you to come to this thing. It's like a blackout party or whatever, so you don't know who you're on. And he goes there and someone opens the door and he sees her like making out with another dude and walks off.
Yeah.
All right. And then he
Well-
just like weeks later, it seems like he bumps into her on the street and is like, "Oh hey, we're still going out." And then she breaks up with him when she's drunk one day. Like, I don't know what's going on. That's like he went there and then he went to go and visit Ed Kemper in the hospital after he killed himself.
Yeah,
Tried to kill
exactly.
himself, right? All right.
Yep.
So she tried to break up with him there, or did. He's like, let's not drag it out. I'll come around and get my stuff tomorrow, or whatever. We'll
See, and that's later. That's a later thing.
Is it?
Yeah. So the thing where she's like, come to my doohickey, my art thing, and he's like, okay, and he shows up, and like he sees this other dude who dropped her off at home the other day, and she's been talking about him. He's like leaning over her, and she's like leaned back against the table, and it's kind of an intimate position, but like they're not making out that he can see, but it's just a compromising position, right?
Yes.
So he storms off, and she chases him, right?
She does. Yeah.
She does, which indicates to me that she wants to be like, it's not what you think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she was dumping him. I think
No,
she
not
wanted to
there.
try to fix it.
No. Yeah, not dumping him, but like the relationship, there was like a split, not a
Yeah, he was
like
pissed.
the relationship. I assumed was just over at that point, right? Like,
Me too.
but apparently not. Like, just like a few days later, he's like walking by, sees her in like a laundromat, and it's just like, oh, what's up?
Yeah, we don't
How's it
see that
going?
conversation, but apparently they made up,
Yeah.
right? Whatever they talked about, like at that point they were back together, however long that was.
Yes.
Yeah, and then like the next time we see them, he's like driving up to the house and she's on the porch drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just does all this Sherlock Holmes stuff and figures out that she wants to break up with him, and she doesn't say hardly anything. It's amazing.
It's kind of like she didn't realize that's what she was doing. Like, each step of the way, she didn't see which direction she was heading. She was just like, I'm going to be out the front waiting for him. I'm going to get a drink to make it easier. And then he put it all together, and she was just like, oh, that's what I'm doing. It's almost like she didn't intend to, and like if he hadn't have brought it up, or if he had like not been so good at being Sherlock Holmes, they would still be together.
Yeah. He totally Sherlock's the crap out of it. He's like, I'm going to make deductions based on your behavior and here and over the last few weeks, and it totally made sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like the sociopath thing about it was he didn't have any emotional reaction to that at all.
Right.
He was just like, put it together. All right, cool, we're done. I'll come by and get my stuff. If you'd rather not be here when I come by, just let me know, and I'll try to come by at a time when you're not around. Bye. It was so cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sociopath.
I mean, cold, but not like, I don't know, cold but not detached. It's like cold to keep it from hurting. Like, I'm just gonna be efficient about this. If you don't want me here, that's fine, right? Like, I don't know. I didn't feel like,
You
I
think
don't
he
know.
was repressing emotion, but it was really there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think remembering the scene, it did seem like he was hurting.
Because at this point, it's like just found out that the tape wasn't destroyed. It was sent to the Bureau of Professionalism or whatever.
By the
And
stupid
so
nepotism hire. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
It annoys me that the guy that was like, "Look, I need you to hire this friend of mine," is now retiring. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
All right. I get it that might happen in the real world, but for a show that's just like, all right, can we get rid of the problem maker then?
You'd think so.
But apparently not.
No.
Yeah, like, he was upset and, kind of like given the weekend leave to cool off, that his practices are maybe not the way they should be going, but he thinks they should be.
Right.
Yeah. So he's clearly already distressed or stressed, I guess would be the terminology of the show.
So maybe he just didn't have the patience to hash it out. I'm just like,
Yeah,
you know
maybe.
what? This is probably going in this direction anyway, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good. I enjoy it. There's a whole thing with bit. Stop linking me wish stuff. Kind of want that shirt. Like maybe not like the crop
That
top.
size.
Yeah.
You want that shirt? I'll put that up in the store. Do you want it with or without the love hearts?
I kind of want like the hearts and flowers and stuff. It makes it better. It looks like a doily like somebody's grandma would make, but on a shirt, and it talks about Coke.
Oh my god, we could get like an ugly Christmas sweater version.
Ooh, that'd be a great ugly Christmas sweater. That'd
Please
be
undercook in the
amazing.
bathroom.
That's award winning right there. Anyway, yep, shirt ideas. But yeah, back to the show. There's a whole thing with Tench, Bill Tench's kid Brian.
Mm-hmm.
That's like pretty big in the season, but I don't feel like it's gonna go anywhere, so I'm kind of like bored with it. But I don't know, maybe it will.
Okay.
Anyway, really good, really fantastic TV. Enjoyed a lot.
Mm-hmm. Have you finished? You haven't finished second season.
No, I'm almost done.
No. Okay. How many episodes you got left?
I think 3.
Okay.
And I got caught up with Letterkenny, which I'm happy about.
Hey, very good.
Very good. Really, really enjoyed it all the way through. I don't think there's any dips in quality, period. And yeah, happy that Chernobyl won an Emmy for Best Limited Series this year. Very happy that was the case.
Good.
Even though I've never heard of any of the other shows they were up against. Still.
Fair enough.
Happy Game of Thrones did not win any writing awards in the Emmys.
It should not have.
Should not have and didn't. Very pleased about that. Ozark actually won, and a guy at work's been trying to get me to watch Ozark, so I don't know. I guess I put it on the list.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Ozark? Yeah. The
Okay,
Ozark
like
Mountains.
Ozark. Okay.
Sorry, what?
Ozark or something.
Ozark?
Yeah, well, it's OZ, so.
Yeah, no, it's definitely Ozark. There's a mountain range
Okay.
back east of the Ozarks.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair
Now
enough.
you know. But yeah, that one on an award for writing, and the guy at work who actually put me on Mindhunters also now wants me to watch Ozark, so it's fair. He's earned it. We'll put it on the list and see where we get around to it, though.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Do you know what I tried to watch recently? You
Fire
couldn't
Force?
possibly. No.
Oh.
Because I heard a lot of like, oh, it's not that bad, right? Or
Oh,
it's
that's
it's one of the better DC movies. I started to watch Aquaman,
Uh huh. Yeah. With
and that
Momoa.
is not, yeah, and that is not a good movie.
Oh, It's too bad.
No, it's really bad.
I mean, let's be honest, though. If the buzz about a movie is, it's not that bad, that's not a good sign.
No. Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah, it's never a good sign.
Fantastic. All right, good stuff then. I think it might be time to wrap it up. You have anything else you want to cover?
No, I think that's about it.
Okay, well, you're legally bound to sing part of your world from The Little Mermaid at the end of this podcast or the next.
I
And
mean,
if you do not fulfill your legal obligations, men will show up at your house and break your kneecaps.
good luck finding them. I haven't had kneecaps in years.
Life hack.
The tips loan sharks don't want you to know about. Number 8 will surprise you. Don't have kneecaps.
Remove your own kneecaps surgically.
Gosh.
So good. All right, cool. That's going to be it from us on that note. Boy, all over the place today, but I had fun, and I hope everyone else did too.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So thanks for spending your time with us this week. Until next time, appreciate you being here. Check out the Patreon if you're so inclined, and you take care of yourself.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. But who cares? I'm no big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see him dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping our fins, we won't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, rolling along down our, what's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, under and free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? I'd pay to spend a day warm on the sand. Betcha on land, they understand. They don't reprimand their daughters, bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand, ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it, what's the word? Burn. When it's my turn, wouldn't I love to explore that shore up above, out of the sea. Wish I could be part of that world. Fuck you, Mara.